Welcome back, yet again adventurers, to Let's Play Steins 0. In the last episode, the world line changed, and the events that happened are no more. But we are still on the beta world line, Stratfor hasn't attacked, and everyone seems to be okay. Although curiously, Kagari hasn't learned that Mayuri Shino is the woman who would one day adopt her in the far future. But it seems like she might be given a hint, as Mayuri was singing a song in the present. A song that future Mayuri would eventually teach Kagari. Unfortunately, remembering has taken its usual toll. She looked like she was having a nightmare. Her breathing was shallow and pained. She still wasn't awake. Hopefully in this world line, she shouldn't have the burden of Kurusu Makase's memories weighing down on her conscience.
大丈夫かなどうだろうな
Might be painful to watch, but she is trying to remember. She just collapsed out of nowhere after all. It had been about 5 minutes ago when she'd arrived and then immediately collapsed. Daru, Mayuri and I had somehow managed to get her over to the sofa.
つうかさ、濡れたタオルを額に置くのって高熱で倒れた人の場合の処置じゃね？かがりったん熱はないっぽいじゃん。これ気絶した人にも効果あるん？
Better safe than sorry.
仕方ないだろう。他に何をしていいのかわからないんだから。
Neither Daru nor I had the knowledge required to handle this situation. But since Kagari had no insurance card and no residency certificate, taking her to a hospital felt like a bad idea, especially considering the fact that she's from the future. All we could do was wait for her to wake up.
Mama.
I heard her whisper something.
今ママって聞こえた。
Seems like she's remembering after all. We both put our ears close to her mouth.
いや、行かないで。ママ。
Seems Kagari is afraid of being abandoned. She suddenly jerked upwards. The two of us just barely managed to avoid getting a headbutt. Probably shouldn't stand that close to a sleeping person.
危なかったよ。
Too close.
あ、いや違う。かがりったんとのラッキースケベチャンスを逃したんだよ。
Daru, you never had a chance to begin with.
バカ！バカだ、バカ！
I'm agreeing with you on that one for my own reasons. I ignored Daru, who was bashing his head against the floor in frustration, and spoke to Kagari. And here's music that I hadn't heard in a long time. This music was actually from the Steins visual novel.
大丈夫か
But it seems that Kagari is doing a little bit better.
岡部さん。
Kagari seemed confused, and it took her a moment to realize that she was lying on the sofa.
私寝てたんですか？どうして？
That's because you passed out.
覚えてないのか？
ラボに来た途端マユシを見て気絶したんだよ。
まゆりさんを？
I realized that her tone had changed since the world line switch. More precisely, it had switched. It was back to how it was when I first met her.
君はマユリが口ずさんでいた歌を知っているようだった。
But why would that be? I wonder.
歌？
Indeed, the song that she was singing. And she seems to have recalled what it
そうです。
was.
あの歌、私あの歌知ってるんです。どこかで聞いたことがあって、ずっと昔、子供の頃に。
Seems that Kagari is starting to remember some of her
お
childhood
お、来たこ
memories.
れ。これマジで記憶回復フラグなんじゃね？
I said some, Daru, not all.
まゆりさんはどこに？
I think
あの
she's
歌のこと教
busy.
えてもらわなきゃ。
Her eyes darted around the lab.
マユリはメイクインのバイトがあって君と入れ違いに出て行ったよ。
So she's working with Varus.
カガリタンのこ
as
と
usual.
すごく心配してた。
That she was.
本当にごめんね。
It's not your fault, Mayushi.
今日はランチタイムだけバイトを頼まれてて、どうしてもいか。おかりん、ダルくん、かがりさんのことお願いね。
Consider it done.
そうですか。
他に何か思い出したことはないか？
I wonder what else she
Don't know
has
what to do.
remembered.
他に。
She put her hand up to her forehead so she could think.
と
Seems she's trying to recall. But she shouldn't push herself too hard. But then she shook it softly.
ダメです。
Seems all she
他
remembers
に
is
は
the song.
何も。歌のことも知っているのは確かなんですけど、誰から聞いたのかとかそういうのは全然。
カガリタンさ、今気絶してる間夢見てなかった？
夢ですか？
うん、うなされてたからさ、ママって呼んでた。
I think she wasn't so much as dreaming as remembering, Daru.
ああ、起きた時も叫んでたな。
But that did happen.
私そんなことを。
歌がトリガーになって何か記憶が蘇ったりしてないかなって。
It seems that Kagari doesn't remember this on a conscious level.
ダメ、思い出せません。
It's like unlocking her memories is going to take a little bit more effort, it
確かに
seems.
何かの夢を見ていた気がします。とても大切な夢だったような気がするんですけど。
Indeed, it was a very important moment in time.
そうか。
At least for you, at least, Kagari.
すみません。ご迷惑をおかけして。
Well, Mayuri told us to look after you, so that's what we're doing. But both Daru and I knew this was a big step forward. She knew the song that Mayuri was singing, and she said she'd learned it when she was a child. That would have been in the future, before she'd gotten in the time machine. Which meant that there could be only one answer. It was the future Mayuri who had taught Kagari that song. Of course, telling her outright would be a bad idea. Kagari needs to remember for
ひとまず
herself.
マユシに聞いてみるのがいいんじゃね？
It's a start.
そうだな。バイトはランチタイムだけって言ってたから、タイミングを見計らってメイクインに行ってみるか。
私も行きます。
Probably a good idea, actually. Kagari quickly stood up off the sofa. I know she needs rest and recuperation, but it actually might help if she's there
落
as
ち着い
well.
て。今すぐ行くわけじゃない。もう少し休んでいた方がいい。
But before that, Kagari should at the very least recover just a little bit.
あ、そうですね。すみません。
Pay no mind. Then her stomach grumbled. It's like you haven't eaten anything in a while.
腹が減ったのか。カップ麺ならあるが。
あとはマユシが買いだめした唐揚げとかバナナとか。
So basically the usual food choices.
バナナいただきます。
She seemed embarrassed. At least she's feeling a little bit better. And as soon as she recuperates, we can head over to May Queen, which we've just done now.
お帰りになさいませ、ご主人様。
When we opened the door to May Queen Yan Yan, the usual cat-eared maid was there to welcome us. Varus Yan Yan, aka Rumio Akia. And she's not referring to him as Kiyoma, so that's a good sign.
かがりにゃんもお帰りなさい。
It seems that Kagari and Varus are well acquainted
こん
on
にち
this
は、
world
フェイリ
line.
スさん。
Also another good sign.
おかりん、最近来るたびに違う女の子を連れてくるにゃ。奥義を極め、リア充大学生のオーラをまとう能力を身につけたという話は本当だったのかにゃ。
I have no idea what you're talking about.
そんなんじゃない。マユリを迎えに来たんだ。そろそろバイト上がりの時間なんじゃないかと思ってな。
Best to be straight to the point, as always.
マユシーは今日キッチン担当だったのにゃ。
キッチン
So, in other words, she was doing the cooking. Hopefully on this world line she learned a thing or two from Yuki, otherwise, yeah.
今日はランチタイムのメイドちゃんたちの人数が足りなくて、この時間だけマユシーにもお手伝いしてもらったのにゃ。
Hopefully you're not going to regret it.
なあ、マユリに料理をやらせて大丈夫なのか？
Yeah. Definitely don't want the, patrons to get food poisoning.
本人はやりたがってたけど、お皿洗いに集中してもらったにゃ。
And Varys with the last minute save. That was Varys for you. She knew exactly who belonged where.
もう上がってもらったから今は着替えてる頃にゃ。
Oh,
じゃあ
that's pretty convenient.
外で待ってるって伝えておいてくれ。
了解にゃ。
Thank you very much, Varys. That means we can get in touch with Mayuri right away and see what she knows about the mystery song. We waited down below for a bit before Mayuri came out. There she is.
おかり、かがりさん。ごめんね、迎えに来てくれて。
Fortunately, Kagari is doing much better, Mayuri, so...
かがりさん、大丈夫？
As soon as she got out of the store, Mayuri ran out and gave Kagari a big hug. She had a worried look on her face as she peered into Kagari's eyes.
ありがとう、まゆりさん。もう大丈夫。よかった。
Which is good to hear. And also, we can definitely tell that Kagari is back to her behaving like a 22-year-old, since she doesn't realize that Mayuri is her future mother.
びっくりしちゃったよ。
At least, not yet, at any rate.
心配かけてごめんなさい。でも、どうして二人して迎えに来てくれたの？
We'll better let Kagari explain this one. Though we'll try to fill in the blanks.
お前に聞きたいことがあってな。さっき口ずさんでいた歌についてだ。
I repeated the conversation I had at the lab for Mayuri.
というわけで、その歌をどこで覚えたのか教えてほしいんだ。
まゆしーはすずさんが歌っていたのを聞いたの。
That's interesting. So Mayuri heard it from Suzuha, of all
Suzuha?
people.
まゆしーはバイトが終わった後、よくラボでお勉強してるんだ。雨の日はね、すずさんが部屋の中でトレーニングしてるのです。腹筋とか腕立て伏せとか。
Nice to see that the lab is getting some use, even if it is as a gym.
それでね、トレーニングが終わるとシャワーを浴びるんだけど、出た後は髪を乾かしながら窓の外の雨を見てるの。ずっとその時にね、いつもこの歌を小さく口ずさんでるんだよ。
So it's thanks to Suzuha that Mayuri knows the
な
song.
んていう歌なのかはすずさんに聞いたことはないんだけどね。
Unfortunately, it seems that Mayuri doesn't know the title of the song, unfortunately. Looks like we're going to have to ask Suzuha. So maybe it was a song from the future then. Like a song that was popular with people in the 2030s, maybe? Maybe Kagari had learned it at the same time Suzuha did.
それなら次は鈴葉に当たってみるか。
That should probably be our next course
そ
of
うです
action.
ね。
ここまで来たんだ。最後まで付き合うよ。
本当ですか？ありがとうございます。
Well, it's certainly the least we can do. My relationship with Suzuha was probably still pretty strained in this world line, but you would probably help me get Kaguri's memories back.
一度戻ろう。鈴葉はブラウン管工房で店番してると思う。
Indeed we should. So, when we return, adventurers, I believe we should make our way over to the Brawn Tube Workshop post haste and see what Suzuha knows of the song, and whether or not we'll actually find the answers we're looking for. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.